Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone, I hope everyone has had the time to enjoy, has had the time to enjoy their Sunday thus far. Their Sunday thus far. Anyway, anyway, today's message, today's message is about the copycat. The copycat. Okay, guys, I want y'all to bear with me. Bear with me on this because this one was sort of thrown in the mix. Okay. Alrighty. First I want to start off by saying it's quite annoying, isn't it? You see how I did that intro. It's quite annoying, and while I'm sure that anyone who has ever experienced this, they can understand how annoying it can be firsthand, especially when the copycatting goes beyond flattery, right? Okay, so today we're going to start this message off with a short story as our example, okay? So bear with me, all right? Pull my hair back a little bit. Okay, this story surrounds three friends, Lisa, Stacy, and Crystal, right? So we're starting out with Lisa speaking first, right? Hey, Stacy, are you going to that big gala banquet tonight? There's going to be a lot of reputable people there. Lisa, I don't know about all that. Those things, big events aren't for me anymore. To tell you the truth, I'd rather be home relaxing in my favorite chair, watching my favorite show on Netflix, while sipping my favorite glass of wine or a nice hot cup of tea. Oh, come on, Stacy. Once you get there, you know you'll have a good time. Plus, you're always the life of the party. And you already know that everyone loves and misses you being there. The phone goes silent for a few seconds as Stacy falsely ponders the idea, but still is determined to stick to her original decision. Right before Lisa pulls one last trick out of her bag as she begins to modestly beg Stacy. Please, come on and go with me, Stacy. Don't leave me alone to deal with Crystal on my own. Don't say that, Lisa. Crystal's cool. Don't say that, Lisa. Crystal's cool. Lisa smirks and as she laughs a little, as she then responds by saying, whatever, please. Crystal ain't nobody friend. Look, the one thing God gave me for sure is good intuition, my own mind, and my own opinion. And I'm telling you, the girl is evil. So come on and go with me, please. Okay, Lisa, Stacy responds. I'll go, but I'm staying for 1 hour. But I'm only staying for 1 hour. But after that, it's back to my Netflix I go. Yes, Lisa belts out. If I was there, I'd give you the biggest hug right now. Me and Crystal will pick you up by 8 p.m. And hopefully she won't be wearing the same dress as you this time. Oh, stop it, Lisa. You know that was just a coincidence. Crystal's not like that at all. Lisa smirks again and says, whatever, girl. You know she secretly envies you. I don't know why you can't seem to see that. Stacy quickly changes the conversation and tells Lisa that she's going to run to the boutique to find her something to wear. Great, I'm on my way. I'll ride with you. When Lisa pulls up, Crystal is sitting in the car with her. Lisa jumps out and runs in to warn Stacy as she leaves Crystal in the car with the engine still running. Stacy laughs. It's cool, Lisa, really. I don't mind. Well, I do, says Lisa, as she folds her arms while slowly rolling her eyes. She claims that she is just going for the ride, and believe me, I definitely tried to duck her out. Stacy and Lisa laugh before heading out to the car. Stacy found everything she needed at the boutique. She purchased a beautiful red dress with some sparkly stiletto shoes and with some nice jewelry to match. The closer it got to 8 p.m., Lisa and Stacy repeatedly called Crystal but received no answer. The event was going to be ending at 11 p.m., and the clock had already reached a quarter of 9. Lisa noticed Stacy as she kicked off her shoes and began to curl up on the corner of her couch as she reached for the remote. "Oh, no, you don't. We're not waiting any longer," Lisa said, as Lisa removes the remote from the table and turns off the TV. Stacy laughs a little as she begins to put back on her shoes. On the way to the event, Lisa and Stacy continues to call Crystal, but still does not receive an answer. As they slowly pull into the event's parking lot, Lisa notices Crystal's car parked almost directly in front of the main entrance. That be, Lisa says, as she hurries inside, almost pulling Stacy behind her as she tries to adjust the strap on her shoes. After checking the first 3 main rooms, there was still no sign of Crystal. Suddenly, as Lisa and Stacy proceeded through to a back hallway as they approached the last room, Stacy began to look puzzled as she almost began hearing her own voice and laughter echoing from the final room. I mean, it resembled her voice so much that Stacy even oh shoot, I don't know what to say. Okay, it resembled her voice so much that Stacy even glanced in the mirror that was perched in the hallway just to make sure her own mouth wasn't moving by itself. Suddenly, they rounded the corner to the final room. Not only was Crystal laughing and talking exactly like Stacy, but she was also copying her body language as she flipped her hair to one side. Not only did not not only did she not wait a minute. Not only did she now have the exact hairdo as Stacy, but she had dyed it the same color and was wearing Stacy's exact same outfit that Stacy had purchased from the boutique. Y'all bear with me because I didn't read over this. Okay. Lisa nudged Stacy and said, "See, what did I tell you?" as she shook her head in disgust. Stacy was speechless as Crystal turned toward them both, looking like a deer caught in headlights while forcing a huge fake smile. "Now that, my dear friend," Lisa said, "is no coincidence." Okay, that's the end of that story, y'all. And I just wanted to tell y'all, you know, you never want to get so wrapped up in copying another person, so much so that you lose sight or miss out on the blessing that you can gain from your own God-given gifts and talents, right? You never want to do that. And I'm just going to add this because I'm also going to add the fact that you may encounter this as well, since this is Narcissist Week, when dealing with a narcissist, where they will study you and copy everything that you do, your movements, the way you blink your eye, the way you smile a little when you say certain things, right? And, you really have to be careful with that because sometimes they have the tendency to sometimes go to the extremes because their need to copy you and their intense need to want to be you can sometimes even become deadly. And y'all know I always talk about my mom, and one thing about my mother, she guided us in the godly way, but she also spoke with us about different life lessons and things that she had witnessed as she grew up and stuff like that. So she guided me all the way until she couldn't guide me no more, and I'm always grateful for that. Like I said, she was a wonderful blueprint to follow. But one of the stories that always stuck out back then was when she told me about a cousin of hers who girlfriend had desired her man so much that she actually poisoned her cousin. And that's a sort of sad story, but we've seen it. We've seen it even in the news where young people do it to another, do the same thing to another young person. I think it was a story a long time ago about somebody even putting had their friend would come over to play games, and they even put poison in their Coca-Cola. I'm not going to get into all that. But at the end of the day, we really have to be careful. But I'm going to read the message, the end message again, okay? That I want people to, whether you're narcissist or just a person who haven't truly yet found your own placement in life yet or whatever, I'll leave y'all with the message that I said before. Never get so wrapped up in copying another person, so much so that you lose sight of or miss out on the blessings that you can gain from your own God given talents. Because you may copy somebody else and it won't take you as far as you would want to go because you're not being authentic. And that's big for me. I like to be authentic. It's whatever. Sometimes, I'm in my transition a little bit, so I try not to do no cursing and none of that stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, I'm telling stories, some of these stories, and it's just the way that I'm going to be presenting them. It's almost as if I'm an actor, so sometimes you may hear things that may not be right, but I'm trying to curb that because I'm working on my healing and my vessel, right? So, but I like the fact that I may allow myself to be vulnerable a little bit. So if y'all can see from the beginning when I started this channel that I'm trying to grow in different directions. You know what I'm saying? So you can see my flaws. I like that. I want y'all to see me. Hey, I'm a mess up on words. To let you know, no, I'm no perfect person. I'm right here with y'all. So some things ain't gonna be perfect. And as y'all know, I just jot this down. I promise you, I just jot this down and I go for it. And that's all to it. This is not a planned one, right? Okay, but I just wanted to tell y'all that, because your own gifts and talents could take you to magnificent heights. Don't follow nobody else. Do what's best for you and do what God. We all have gifts and talents. Use them, okay? We all have. I'm just finding my way in my own. I'm not really finding my way in my own. There's things that I've always enjoyed, but it has been suppressed within my life. So now I'll give y'all the last message that my mother gave me, and that was to live. So I'm having an experience, and I'm getting back to things that I used to enjoy doing. Years ago, okay, and when I was a young girl. So I love y'all. Y'all already know. I hope this message ain't coming out too messy, but hey, it is what it is. That don't mean I don't care. But my old hands and stuff, I do stuff old fashioned. So I do stuff manually most of the time. You put so much in these computers, you never know who get into your stuff and take all your little work, right? But I love y'all. And I say it again. I love y'all. And have a blessed day. And have a blessed day. All right? That was the copycat. I'll talk to y'all sometime later on during the week. Bye-bye.